Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our play of Disco Elysium, shall we? We're exploring. We're looking for Ruby, wherever we might find her, and we're looking for any information about sniper or shot taking. This is about as empty of a place as you could find. Alright. There's my car. I don't know how to get to that island, or how to really observe it. Aw, man. I had a thought. Here it is. Birds in the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. Okay, well, I don't really know if that means anything. There's smoke coming from this chimney, but you can't go in all the houses. Can I talk to this guy separately?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. What you talking about?
So what do you want? I've got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I've got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Nod. Let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What do you think was funny?
This guy.
Where'd you get the bottle of spirits?
No, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Okay, how? How have they no shame taking money for a service they provide?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead things.
He gets an excited gleam in his eye.
It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Snakes or intestinal worms?
Fantastic.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Okay, so let's not buy it for 300. Let's just buy it. I think it'll prove useful.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Here it is.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Okay.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
Thank you. Quite the business venture you've got set up.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
That's magnificent. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
You got a permit for this? So good. Looks like you're on your own hook, too.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
That's wonderful. I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
All right, so let's see how much I can sell this thing for. Oh, yeah, 6. So you make double your money by dealing with this guy. Now, we could talk to the other pipe man, Abigail, but I'll talk to him, but my impression is he's just going to say Abigail. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you, as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Have you seen any women around here?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
Why shouldn't I call her?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Oh, this is going to be awful. Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
All right. I don't think this guy's...
Abigail.
Yeah, this guy's not in a good spot. He's sleeping in the pipe. I think I already asked her, but let's see if I can ask her some more information about
Our tenant, the policeman.
Ruby.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl?
Where'd she
I
go?
don't know.
It's a pen.
You'll never find.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
But this place is huge. She's a needle in a haystack.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better.
A found electric mural.
I mean, I don't know if the game is just telling me that I can go to the electric mural and keep listening to it. And if I do that, then eventually it'll give me some kind of clue as to Ruby's whereabouts. If I can't find it on my own, like it's a failsafe or something. I honestly can't find it.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, suddenly there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk. Its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I knew it.
She's down there.
I have an intuition. I'm an amazing police officer. Say, I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
The wind told me.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
There's a ladder. Perhaps we can climb it. Enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
I'm climbing it, dude.
A rusty ladder
Wait.
leads to the roof.
Wait. Continue.
That doesn't...
Not ready to do this. Look, there's something down here. There's a pipe.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building? A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
A thin layer of snow gleams inside the pipe.
Okay, what else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side.
And
nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Could we get into the building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
The lieutenant pushes aside the reeds and looks around.
It means the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
He points to a rusted metal double door to the right of the pipe obscured by the reeds. So we could try to pull it apart. Now, I broke into the communist apartment and broke the bookstore door, but I'm bad at physical instrument. I'm going to try it, but I need to put on my best gear. So what is this? This is +1. I have this. I don't think that's maybe going to help. I hope so. I don't think I have anything better, though. I mean, I wish. Alright, let's see if we can get into this pipe.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted shut and half
Try
sunken
it.
in sand. You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's very tough.
Alright. So let's look for another entrance. We have a good start. But let's just see if there's anything else. I can also climb up the ladder. I feel like I can do this. I'm going to save it. This might be the end. Like if I don't save it here, you know.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Assess it.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190. I'm a giant.
Okay, But still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder.
Yep.
What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
The lieutenant stares at you stone-faced.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Okay. I can do it with savoir-faire, but I need to get any bonuses from gear that I have for that. So, savoir-faire is yellow, I believe. This could hurt, like me falling to my death, but I need to try. I think I actually don't have anything. Like, I have nothing stylish. I have -1. These glasses. That is all I've got. It's not good.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. All you need
We
to
did it.
do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
Don't gloat. Just stand there like a samurai master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
We do. I made it. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. That's bad. Wait, go back. What was that thought? Stones fall, it's a long way down? Okay. A piece of paper on the ground. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. And I got this postcard. Martinez 98. It's an oldie. Wow. You should take out your flashlight. I should. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? This overturned table is covered in orange mildew. Crawling with something. Gross. Old file folders in the cart. Documents silvery with mold. Boy, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's Kim, so I should let him in. But let me explore first. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Ah, like a hidden room with beds. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Oh, a jacket. The inter-isolari suit jacket. Alright. I'm not above taking that. stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. The same slit window you saw from the outside.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
That's like my haircut. A revolutionary's hat, +1 to Mazovian socioeconomics. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's funny. Alright, let's get Kim. He's gonna feel left out. We might need his help.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
Push him open.
It's much easier from this side. The panels on the rails slide once you dust the sand off. With the help of your partner, from the other side, the doors open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Alright. So, I wonder if I need my gun out. I mean, we might.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognized
It
it.
reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. Sheathe your sidearm, officer. A serious law official, cop by the book, should know to only unholster their service weapon when using it is unavoidable.
Okay, but I mean, I thought this was like a dangerous situation here. Alright, alright. I'll collect tar instead. Tar. Tar. Footprints. Bootprints in the sand. One of the soles appears to be more worn than the other. So this is the odd footprints. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Uh-oh. Dead body? Tunnel collapsed. You have to find another way around. But I wonder who... You know, I don't know if I should go in here yet. If I want to get more information from Classy first. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We've met Joyce, but we don't know what she knows yet. We should probably find out.
Definitely. I think she knows something about the mercenaries, maybe. And she won't be around if the situation explodes.
We found out Everett's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce?
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
How bad do you think it could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think's waiting for us?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
It's true.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, so the game is telling us no turning back. So I want to get the information from Joyce, but it's like, I don't know what dialogue option to use. It's kind of tricky when the options are like, you've already selected this. And then she's telling me, like, I don't want to tell you until you resolve the situation. And I kind of was thinking that dealing with Ruby was resolving the situation. Maybe? I don't know. But now we know where to go. Let's go talk to Joyce, I guess. Oh, no, too far. I always get turned around. I'm looking for the jetty. Oh, that's a Sunday, friend. Here we go.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me more about the
Of
strike.
course.
There's scabs at the gate.
The scabs? If they were organized by Wild Pine?
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you.
Of course. How else can I help?
I've been dealing... Now, I can do it or I can't do it, but she's not going to give me information otherwise. And he said, like, Kim was like, I'll leave it up to you.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-list here. Oh no. What does that bloated hellbat want with my little cinder block town?
Maybe I didn't tell him.
It's clear the village has already grown dear to her. Strangely so. Why did she come here?
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a statue. It's a statue, right? A giant statue of him.
Oh no, I
Or
did tell her.
better yet, his twin brother. Practically the same thing, but makes him seem less like a psychopath.
He wants you to build a youth center.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
She looks down the jetty remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You would prefer something else, not a youth center?
First, there won't be a youth center. Whatever he's told you or the residents, it'll be something horrific. Perhaps even worse than a statue. So, yes, I do.
Like what?
A fishery. I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with my connections, sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. I just have to accept that I'll never be the rich candy girl who goes around solving people's problems with money.
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective.
She is more defensive.
Full of
She is.
ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I helped him turn up the heat.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making? The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Yes.
Why, if I may ask?
Yes, Detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
It's uninteresting. I thought it would make the broth taste better.
Very curious.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the loot.
What else? Of course,
Alright,
detective.
let's see.
You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now,
Wild
what we
Pines.
do.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to
Tell me something
she
else.
nods.
Boat.
Well, technically speak, good.
No, I don't. Do I have an option besides telling her the one thing that, like. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to go back and maybe talk to Everett or Clossie again. I don't know. Is it even necessary? I really can't tell. She's still lying to us. We don't understand about the boot prints. Like, we're missing something. Yeah, I haven't checked all of the shooting locations yet either. Look at the prints again.
You clearly see
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
large print. One per shoe size is 41 to 42. Maybe everything around you is quiet.
Nah, nothing new from it. Alright,
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions
why do
pertaining to a murder investigation.
why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it.
But this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean...
The snow falls on her shoulders, then melts in her light blonde hair, cold and soft.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
The dried flowers on the roof. Could Ruby have left them? They don't fit with anything.
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash.
I don't think so.
I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
Something seems off with this theory I've developed about Ruby.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
What do you contain for
For
then?
my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
That's it, I guess.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Uh-oh. Let's get back to the lies. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
What if I told you you're under arrest?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She backs up against the railing with a forced smile on her face.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
Yeah.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You misrepresented failure to aid a police officer. You've wasted our time.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no.
Her eyes become round. She tries to back
I
off.
think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can
Oh,
help you.
whoa. What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me.
Uh-huh.
Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what's that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
The lieutenant narrows his eyes.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
This is just sensationalism and guesses.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That matches Hardy.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
When Ruby said there would be consequences if you didn't end your relationship, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be, to keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You said there was a secret route there, right?
She points to the door that leads to the pinball workshop.
She could have come up through there, then taken this shot right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when,
The young woman falls silent. Her mouth moves without a sound.
The peephole.
You're thinking about the peephole.
She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
She's forgotten her cigarette in the ashtray.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and...
Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. and what. Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
What does this who mean?
Her. Stop letting her
Oh.
distract you.
Gosh. I don't know what to say. I haven't heard the other side. That's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What do you deserve then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, and drink and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months.
She won't.
Or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
He looks at your ledger.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
I do like the sound of that. Another Revachol, free, independent.
The world can change. It's changed before.
Her round, light brown eyes shining with tears.
Her political overture has succeeded, we see. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Let's write you a call. If you miss it, I can't help you anymore.
I won't.
She takes the slip, shaking visibly. Then she collects herself.
This may have been a grave mistake, sire.
I think it was.
Maybe, maybe not. Mercy is rarely a complete mistake.
We'll see.
I promise I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at Station 41 in 6 weeks. I promise.
She won't. Let's talk about Ruby.
She nods.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Shivers is too difficult. Like, I can't make that Shivers check. I don't think I have anything that would help my Shivers that much. I already have +1. Yeah, it's not good. But anyway. Man. I don't know. It's a mystery. You know, it's a difficult detective case, and Harry would know. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust her. I don't know. I'd like to talk to Ruby, but the way they're suggesting it, if I don't talk to Joyce, I'm going to blow it. What to do? I don't know. Well, I think I want to talk to Everett one more time, and then I'm just going to tell Joyce what I know and see what happens and ride that wave. Everyone, I think this is a good place to stop before we move over to Everett and continue. I want to say I hope you're enjoying this series like I am. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you in the next one. Take care.